The most dangerous manipulator doesn't insult you, they protect you. A few years ago, I had a manager I thought was the most supportive boss in the world. When my father got sick, he was the first to say, "Take all the time you need. Family is everything. We'll handle it." When a project I was leading hit a rough patch, he'd pull me aside and say, "I can see the pressure you're under. I'm worried about you. Let me take this one difficult client off your plate just to give you some breathing room." I felt so seen, so cared for. I felt deeply loyal to him. I worked harder, stayed later, and volunteered for the worst assignments, all to repay his incredible kindness. It took me a year to realize the truth. The time I took off was always held against me in performance reviews as missed objectives. The difficult client he took from me was the one that led to a massive promotion for him. His empathy wasn't a gift. It was a strategy. He didn't care about me. He knew how to make me feel cared for, and he used that feeling to control my behavior. This is a quiet and dangerous form of manipulation we rarely talk about. We call it dark psychology, and it operates using the one virtue we're all taught to trust: empathy. True empathy empowers people. But weaponized empathy is the art of understanding someone's feelings perfectly, so you can exploit them. Tonight, I want to give you the playbook. I want to show you the 5 most common empathy tricks that manipulators use to control you. 1. The Mirror of Insecurity. This is the first and most subtle trick. The manipulator identifies your deepest insecurity and reflects it back to you as caring concern. Let's say you're nervous about a presentation. They won't say you seem unprepared. They'll say, "Hey, I can feel how much anxiety this is giving you, and I admire you for pushing through. But I'm worried this stress is too much. Why don't I present the first half? Just to support you. See what happened?" They used your own self-doubt to get you to willingly give up your power. You don't feel criticized. You feel protected. But the outcome is the same. You've been sidelined. 2. The shared wound. This trick creates an instant, powerful, and false bond. The manipulator will listen to you share a struggle, a bad breakup, a problem at work, and then confess a strikingly similar story from their past. You feel like no one values your work? That's exactly what happened at my last job. It almost broke me. Instantly, your guard drops. This person isn't a stranger or a colleague, they're a kindred spirit. You trust them. This deep trust makes you incredibly vulnerable to their advice that, coincidentally, always serves their own agenda. They haven't shared a wound. They've mirrored yours to create a key that unlocks your trust. 3. The Benevolent Gatekeeper. Here, the manipulator uses empathy to isolate you from your support network. They'll say things like, "I know your best friend means well, but I can just feel how much she drains your energy. I worry she doesn't truly understand you the way I do." They position themselves as your sole protector, the only one who truly gets you. The goal is to cut you off from outside perspectives. If you only listen to one person, you only hear one reality, theirs. It's not protection, it's monopolizing influence. 4. The debt of kindness. A manipulator will often overwhelm you with support and favors, especially when you're at your weakest. They'll help you move, they'll give you a ride, they'll offer a shoulder to cry on. When you thank them, they'll wave it off. "Don't be silly. I just care about you." But this kindness isn't a gift. It's a loan. It creates a powerful, unspoken sense of psychological debt. So later, when they ask for a favor, something unreasonable, something that crosses a boundary, you feel you can't say no. Saying no would make you ungrateful, a bad person. You're no longer acting out of choice. You're acting out of obligation. 5. The empathetic ultimatum. This is perhaps the most insidious trick. Instead of a direct threat like, "Do this or else," they frame an ultimatum around their own feigned pain. "You should absolutely take that amazing job in another city. I just honestly don't know how I'll cope without you. But please don't let that stop you. Your happiness is all that matters." This is emotional hostage-taking. They are making you responsible for their feelings. To pursue your own goal, you must actively hurt them. Your own empathy is now a weapon pointed directly at your own heart, forcing you to sacrifice your dreams to manage their pain. So how do we protect ourselves without becoming cold and cynical? The antidote to weaponized empathy isn't to stop trusting people. It's to stop listening only to their words and start auditing the outcomes. True, genuine empathy leaves you feeling stronger, more capable, and more autonomous. It empowers you. Weaponized empathy, no matter how beautifully it's phrased, consistently results in you feeling more dependent, more obligated, and less in control of your own life. Ask yourself, after an interaction with this person, do I feel bigger or smaller? Freer or more trapped? When I finally understood this with my boss, I stopped being swayed by his caring words. I looked at the outcome. He got the promotions, and I got the burnout. The words were a smokescreen. The actions told the truth. So I ask you to do this. Protect your empathetic heart. It is a superpower, but guard it with wisdom. Learn to distinguish between the people who water your garden to see you grow, and those who do it just to claim ownership of the crop. That distinction is the greatest shield you will ever have.